This train will stop at Redfern. Change at Redfern for T3 Liverpool and Lidcombe, T4 Illawarra and Cronulla services, and Intercity South Coast services.
Friends, we are at a very remote location in New South Wales, and I'm actually heading towards the place where first ever time, the Captain Cook had landed in this particular place. It's called the Botany Bay. I'm just walking towards the beach, hopefully the beach, but I don't know. It's the first time I'm coming here, but this is Botany Bay in New South Wales. Okay. It's supposed to be a national park. It's called Botany Bay National Park, but let's go towards the beach and find out basically what it is. Wow, look at the people sitting behind me, having a nice time on Saturday in New South Wales. It is also a long weekend, so people are just chilling out. Oh. Right. Wow, look at that. It's a bit slushy as well. I don't know. Oh, goodness me. Beautifully slushy. Look at that. Let's take a walk. Wow. This is the Botany Bay. It's really a bay. It's quite and nice over here. Apparently, this is somewhere the Captain Cook had landed. And let's see if we can find that specific place. My shoes are completely wet. Let's figure out the specific place or a spot where Mr. Cook had arrived. What is this tower all about? Captain Cook landed here on 28th of April 1770. Wow, look at that. This is the milestone. This is where the Captain Cook had landed. This is where Australia began. This is where Australia actually started. It's an historical place. In the context of New Australia, this is still a history. 1770, April 28th. Wow. It's nice and quiet over here. Nothing much apart from the ship. And you can possibly see the Sydney skyline or from here. I don't know if Sydney skyline or not, but some kind of a skyline. But let's move on. Let's move ahead. So it's possibly the first time I'm in a remote but the tourist area where I have never been before. I'm exploring as you're exploring along with me. And I'm at Botany Bay right now. We just saw the landmark where the Captain Cook had arrived. It was 28th of April 1770 something, I don't remember now, but it's more than 250 years now, close to 250 years since Captain Cook had come to Australia, southeast coast of Australia. People are just chilling out, as I said, on the weekend. It's very, very quiet out here. It's a very interesting place. Let's see. It's a nice shade. I think we'll go over here. And yeah, and then, wow, this is a wooden hut. Look at that. Beautiful place. Chill out, basically. It's a chill out place. Right? So what do you think about this place? Do let me know in the comment section, and do not forget to like or subscribe my video. And yeah, it's a Botany Bay. It's a Captain Cook landing place in New South Wales, Australia. As the place where Captain Cook first landed on this continent, the beginning of those journeys by which people from all over the world have migrated to Australia during the past 2 centuries. But of course, it also marked the beginning of the journey into the darkness of dispossession of the indigenous people of this land, and all the sorrow that has followed from that. We hope we can find a new path of hope, of self-discovery, of true friendship and reconciliation between all Australians. In 1788, Captain Arthur Phillip arrived in Botany Bay with the first fleet to establish a British settlement, but found this bay unsuitable and moved to Port Jackson. After Port Jackson, almost immediately, British settlement inflicted profound and rapid change, suffering and loss in Aboriginal society. It was not until the referendum of 1967 that indigenous people were counted as Australian citizens. Following British settlement, Aboriginal people from the Botany Bay area were dispersed. Yet, despite this dislocation, the Aboriginal people have maintained their cultural connection with Cornell. Today, they are joined by people from many parts of the globe who have journeyed here as visitors or as migrants. With a history of conflict in many migrants' home countries, many have spoken with conviction about reconciliation and what it means to them. The biggest joy was in '67 when we were recognized as Aboriginal people and human beings in our own country. That was a big celebration. Well, if you pay attention to the narrative here, despite the fact Captain Cook had come to Australia and so on and so forth, that was also the starting point of the conflict between the Aboriginals, the indigenous people, and the Europeans. Well, the narrative here is, great, Captain Cook came to Australia, but it was also the trigger point of the conflict between Aboriginals and the European travelers, or travelers from Britain, for example, the Captain Cook. But in 1967, eventually, all the Aboriginals were recognized as the citizen of Australia, and they were given their deserving status. It's very interesting, isn't it? The history of Australia. I'm at Cornell, Botany Bay, where the Captain Cook had arrived, and I'm enjoying the beautiful water in Australia. This is in the grateful memory of Sir Joseph Banks, 1743 to 1820. Now this person, Sir Joseph Banks, this by the way, this bench or the seating places is called the Banks. So Joseph Banks, the famous British scientist, visited these shows with Captain Cook in 1717. So his advocacy for British settlement in New South Wales and his beneficial influence of its early administration, his comprehensive researches into the flora, his vigorous personality and breadth of vision merit his recognition as patron of Australia. Well, scientist, by the first official scientist of Australia, came along with Mr. Cook. Here we go, Mr. Banks. How are you doing today? By the way, this is also a place of natural abundance. Fish, oysters, mullay, snapper and rays, and so many. This is a place where the salt water meets the fresh water. This is the place. Let's go and find out. This is the place where salt water meets the fresh water. And let's go and figure it out. What's going on? There's something about this place. It's completely natural, and I can still see that not too much tourism over here, but still a very significant place. And let's see if we can possibly go down right there. Careful. Can you see that? Is this the place? Is this the place? You can possibly have to taste the water to find out. Look at that. I'm not an expert in flora and fauna, but whoever is can have a look at the video and let me know what it is. I have no idea what it is. Look at that. Look at that. Please tell me what it is. Is it algae? All those botany students, let me know what it is. But about the salt and the sweet water is something I'm going to taste. Then only we will know. And I'm sure. Look at that. Oh, goodness me. Water looks quite natural. And wow. I'm sort of reluctant to even taste the water. I don't know, it's coming from the city. I don't know what is in the water. Is it clean? Is it enough to taste? Is it the fresh water or is it the salt water? I think I'm going to be brave and just possibly put my finger here. Basically, it's the salt water. So where does the fresh water meets the salt water? So fresh water meets the salt water. So basically, in the years since April 1770, when Cook and his landing party came ashore, the encounter has been ascribed by many meanings. It has been made into history and this place into a historical site. Remembering Botany Bay. The one thing Aboriginal people can never forget is the landing of Lieutenant Cook and his men at this place in 1770. The story of this landing has been told through generations, and it marks the beginning of the disposition for Aboriginal people. Yes, so this is the place again and again, the historical place from where I would say the struggle for Aborigines started, and I would also say that beginning of Australia. So how you're finding this video? Let me know. Comment section, please. In the comment section, comment it. Let me know you don't like it, like it. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, let me know what you want to see. I think we'll take a further walk on the Botany Bay and explore pretty much whatever is here. And yep, keep writing, keep commenting, and keep subscribing. So the point is, the Captain Cook came over here. Captain Cook discovered Australia, and we saw the place. But then what happened to Aborigines? It took them almost 200 years, close to 200 years, basically, to get some kind of a formal recognition by the administrators, by the government of Australia. So it was a blessing in disguise. Aboriginals obviously struggled for 200 odd years before they were sort of included formally in the society in Australian society. That's the great story, as I said. But what is also important to note now that we will have to go to the town, and I have no idea how to go to the town. We are going to the nearest town, to the Botany Bay, and I don't know, maybe I'll call the cab. It's very expensive, or maybe I'll get the bus, or maybe we'll just take a walk. I don't know, but let's figure it out. We'll take a quick stroll in the town, and then we'll conclude this Botany Bay discussion or conversation of Captain Cook. Yeah. I was saying that, by the way, I was saying something and I forgot to sort of take the lens cover off. And this is the visitor center. Look, it says cricket pitch and picnic area. Well, car and motorbike entry fee, 8 per day. Wonderful. Lovely. So, people are going and coming. Goodness gracious, there's no way I can take a walk. Is there a way I can take a stroll in this place? I think I'll do that. Alright, let's walk like we walk back home. Wow. Apparently everybody's looking at me for the first time ever. I'm just trying to take a nice walk and figure out if I could possibly find a bus or some kind of a public transport back to the town. Looks like it's very difficult to do that because I don't see anything here. I'll possibly go and find out on that ticket center. Parking lady will possibly tell me something. Well, I'll just have to resort to Uber. Let's see. Good. I didn't find too many people here. I'm not a what do you call that, demophobic person, but being a weekend, I saw so many people, a sea of people in the trains and the buses because it's a long weekend. And thankfully here at Botany Bay it's calm and nice and quiet, and it's a beautiful day so far. Here we go. This is the main road. Looks like a residential area now. Let me show you guys. Look. This is the residential area. And possibly go and find out if there's a bus stop. Ma'am, is there a bus stop here? I can take a bus towards the town?
There might be one around the corner. See the bus still over there?
Okay.
Yeah, see that corner?
Yeah.
Corner. There's a
All
bus
right.
stop, yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
It's public holiday, so there might not be many.
All right, I'll call the Uber then. Thank you. Well, there's a bus stop apparently that is there somewhere around the corner. As usual, I can't see anything, but I will give it a try. It's a public holiday, so I might not get the bus, and in that case, I'll have to pay the premium price, surcharge of public holiday, and call the bloody cab. That's a pain, isn't it? Wow. All right, those of you, all of you, I don't know, whoever you are. Sorry. If you guys don't know where I am, I'm in a Botany Bay right now. It's a beautiful small village, countryside, regional area in New South Wales, where the Captain Cook first landed and started expanding expand this country, Australia. Look at this. Look at the Ford behind me. Oh, beautiful. Vintage car. Alright, I'm going to go and get some hydration for myself before I faint. So, here we go to the cake away. It's not takeaway, it's cake away. I'm going to cross the road as efficiently as possible and go and get some water for myself. Two types of information. One is true and one is false. The bus stand is right across the road. It says the bus was going to come in next 5-6 minutes. Well, somebody told me that it's a public holiday, so there'll be no buses from here. But we'll wait and see for the next 5 minutes if we get the bus. If we don't get the bus. Very, very friendly environment here. We are outside Sydney. We are around a couple of hours away from Sydney. We are at Captain Cook Drive right now in the town of Botany Bay, from where Australia actually started.